a finger down if you went to the beach with your parents when you were 7 years old and you really wanted some chocolate ice cream because it was a really hot day, so you finally convinced your parents for 30 minutes to get you some chocolate icing from the Ben & Jerry's across the street. So you walk to the Ben & Jerry's across the street, you walk inside, you realize it's the 30-minute line, you're so sad, and then your parents say, it's okay, we'll still wait with you, and you go, okay, so you're really excited. So you get to the front of the line, you're so excited that you wanted to lean over the counter to see your chocolate ice cream that you wanted so very badly. Then you look and realize that the topping case where they keep all the toppings is on the same counter that you're leaning on. You're leaning just a little bit too far, so far that the whole entire toppings case filled with 30 different toppings falls on the ground, shatters, toppings everywhere. You can't even clean it up. It's so bad they have to call in for extra help. You leave the ice cream store humiliated, so sad, crying your eyes out, didn't even get your chocolate ice cream. Then you move 13 states away. Then you move back 13 states back, and you decide to go to the same Ben & Jerry's 12 years later, and you see that the layout of the whole entire Ben & Jerry's has changed. The toppings aren't in the same place anymore, and you ask them why, and they said, legend has it 12 years ago some girl came here and destroyed the whole entire store.
Put a finger down if when you were 13 you tried to sell your soul to the devil by praying to him because your super Catholic teacher said that that was how it worked and you could get possessed and you wanted to do it, so you did. But because you were 13, for some unknown reason, you decided to ask the devil for a wonderful sex dream every night in exchange for your soul. And you tried to take it back and sell your soul for fame instead, but you're not sure if it worked, and now you're scared because every night since then you've had a sex dream and you don't fully know if it's just because you're horny or if the devil is real and he owns your soul.
Put a finger down if when you were in 9th grade, you asked your math teacher if you could go to the bathroom, and he said yes, but please hurry back. So you went to the bathroom and you finished peeing and you were about to get up and flush the toilet, but before you could, the 65-year-old male janitor burst into the bathroom without knocking and started cleaning everything, and you absolutely did not know what to do or say. So you didn't do or say anything, you just let him clean the bathroom, and then he started cleaning the stalls, and way too much time had passed to say anything. That would be far too weird. So you just sat there and waited in agony until he got to the stall you were in, which was the very last stall, and when he pushed on it, you said, I'm in here, and then he started yelling at you because he was really mad, and he said, why did you tell me you were in here? And then he left the bathroom, and like 2 minutes later, you left the bathroom and looked at the clock and saw that 25 minutes had passed since the time that you went into the bathroom, and then you went back to math class and got in trouble for skipping class because you were trapped in the bathroom.
Put a finger down if when you were 12 years old, you slept over at your best friend's house and you woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and realized that you wet the bed and you completely drenched their brand new air mattress. So what do? You go into the bathroom and you start bawling your eyes out and you don't know what to do. So then you pull out your red flip phone and you call your mom, and she's no help because it's 4 o'clock in the morning and she's really cranky that you woke her up. So she says, deal with it on your own, and she hangs up on you. And then you take all their toilet paper and you go into his room and you try and blot down the air mattress, but then you run out of toilet paper, so you have to go back into the bathroom and you're still crying your eyes out, but you have to be really quiet because you can't wake up your friend who's sleeping in the room. And then you take all of your pee-stained PJs off and you put them in the bathtub and you change into a towel. So now you're naked and you have nothing to do, and you contemplate just running away, but you have no idea where you are because you're only a 12-year-old and you have no idea what to do. So then you have to cry your way across the hallway to his parents' room and you have to go wake up his father, and you're in the room and you're like, Mr. Thorne, Mr. Thorne, but he's not waking up, but you don't want to be too loud with your crying because you don't want to wake everyone up, so then you have to hit him a little bit harder, Mr. Thorne, but he's not waking up, and when he wakes up finally you have to tell him, I wet the bed, and that's why you don't like sleepovers.
Put a finger down if you fucking added some bitch on Snapchat because she put on her stupid Instagram story and my Snapchat, and you didn't even know I fucking told you not to.
Put a finger down if you were an AP Bio and you got called out of class, go down to the office, you didn't think much of it, and then your principal tells you that someone said you were threatening to beat up your guidance counselor on your private Snapchat, and they decided to use okay to say to tell Michigan State Police. And even the principal was like, listen, I just apologize, it's totally fine, this is out of character for you, I'm not taking it serious. So you apologized, and you were fine to go back to class, and then, you look at your private story, and you only had like 10 people on there, only had like 6 which go to your school, and you realize it was probably your friend who's trying to get back at you and is making things up that you never said, because you ranted about how you wish you had better friends on your story. So they're trying to get you in trouble because they know you have really bad trust issues.
Put a finger down if when you're a junior in high school, you're standing in the cafeteria of one of the biggest high schools in the country, and a security guard comes up to you and asks your name, and when you tell him, 6 other police officers surround you and escort you to the back room where they start asking you a bunch of questions like, have you ever brought anything to school that could possibly be a threat to yourself or others? To which you say no, and you're super confused, and a police officer informs you that 3 girls came up to them and told them that you brought a gun to school. So they ask if they could search your car, and you say yes. They tear everything out of your car and don't find anything, so they assume that you hid the gun somewhere in the school. So they then detain you in a back room and put the school on a lockdown. You start throwing up and having a panic attack because you know that they're searching every classroom and bringing the police dogs in, and everybody knows that you're the reason because of this lockdown. And then since they don't find anything in the school, since there was nothing to find in the first place, they lift the lockdown and never release a statement saying that this was just a rumor, that this was just a false accusation made by jealous bitches who wanted to ruin your life, and you have to go back to school with everybody calling you a school shooter.